find links to all our shows at arcanemediallc.com. That's RKANEMEDIALLC.com. Now let's get started. And now, recording from beautiful and sexy Miami, with your hosts, Seth and Laz and Research Lucas. It's Because We Said So. So yeah, this is Because We Said So. We got Seth in mic 1. We got Laz in mic 2.
Yo.
We got Lucas in mic 3.
Hey.
And we got Zaim in mic 4. Who needs to speak into the mic a little bit.
What up?
He's also really excited about all the lights in his face. Feels like he's in a porn movie.
100%.
He feels right at home, folks. Gay porn, that is, of course. That's okay, though.
Only for you, Seth.
It's his first time on the show. Really happy to have him. So, we hail from Miami. You can get us on our website at Arcane Media LLC. Twitter is at BWSS Podcast. YouTube is at Because We Said So. You can email me at seth@arcanemediallc.com. That's RKANE. We record everything on camera at Arcane Studios. So those of you listening, you want to watch a cool show, you know where to find it. And so the music is by The Unsilenced. You can check out our sister show, Your Inner Buddha. It's nice. It's light. Just a little bit of self-help. It's very spiritual. Going on a little mental journey. So everything, all of our shows, everything you can find at Arcane Media LLC, and we release weekly when I get the editing done, which is generally Wednesday. Last week it was Thursday because we lost power here. We're in Miami, thunderstorms. So I'm in the middle of editing, and all of a sudden the power goes out. My battery backup's like, you got 10 minutes to shut everything down. So guess what I did? I shut it all down. That's right.
I'm scared for this rainy season.
Are you really?
Yeah, because even by my house, which never really floods, there's a lot of water in the streets.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, so those of you who live down here, those of you who don't, but all the construction they're doing in the roads, all over the place, it's mainly to create more drainage to allow for more drainage for the rain.
But where is it going to go? It's
Miami,
water everywhere.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. This where is it going to go? You all right? A little hair on the mic? Is that what's going on over there?
I don't know what it is.
I got you. So please tell your friends, share, subscribe, all that. This is BWSS, episode 104, China's U.S. military provocations and the D.C. mystery plane crash. So we weren't originally going to talk about this, but then all of a sudden it came through, and we decided we do have to talk about it. It's only, I can talk. There it goes. Already getting started with that. You got to love it. So already getting started with that, but it's a mystery because, well, we'll get into it. A little teaser there. So yeah, we got quick news, WTF news. We have Laz's Corner Positivity. And
what?
Laz's Corner Positivity. That was a long day today, folks.
It's okay.
So anyway, I think we're just going to jump in. It's time for quick news. Freaking Zaim's like, bro, your intro took too long, bro.
Oh,
it took you 5 minutes to get to the shut. So, it's just too long. So you know what? We're going to do our shout outs at the end, and we're going to go straight into quick news just for Zaim here, and we'll see how it goes.
Talking a lot of smack from us first time on.
That's true. That's true. You know what? You can talk.
I'm not going to lie. He's picked on you a little more than most people.
Yeah. It's all right,
Off
though.
the camera, though.
Yeah. No, not on. Not
on the camera and off the camera.
No, I mentioned the fact. Yeah, I mentioned that fact. So just make sure you talk into the mic and we'll be good. So ABC News, DC Air National Guard F-16s were scrambled on Sunday from Maryland, causing a sonic boom heard throughout the large portions of Washington, D.C. and the surrounding area to investigate what North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD, called an unresponsive Cessna business jet that had entered a restricted area over the nation's capital and ultimately crashed into a forest area of Southwest Virginia. In coordination with the FAA, NORAD F-16 fighter aircraft responded to an unresponsive Cessna 560 Citation 5 aircraft over Washington, D.C. The pilot was unresponsive, and the Cessna subsequently, crashed near the George Washington National Forest in Virginia. The Virginia State Police were en route to the crash site. 4 people were aboard the Cessna that originally taken off from Elizabethtown, Tennessee, bound for Long Island MacArthur Airport in New York, the FAA said. No survivors were located. Virginia State Police said I'm having a really hard time talking today.
You want to start over today?
Good Lord, jeez. State police said in a statement on Sunday, a flight tracking website showed the Cessna had flown in an altitude of 34,000 feet and reached Long Island, but appeared to have not landed, instead heading back towards the D.C. area. And this is where the mystery is, because took off from Tennessee, supposed to land in New York, and did a U-turn, came back, flew over D.C., and then crashed into the forest. Did you guys hear about this before I brought it up?
No.
Not at all?
Yeah. I'm thinking, like, you think they shot it down?
The only reason I say no is because if you look at the map where they found it like way deep in Virginia. It wasn't like just over like Virginia. So, and the F-16s apparently flew close enough to see that the pilot was passed out in the pilot seat.
Supposedly.
Right.
That's true.
Like, you know what I mean?
That's true. That's true.
I would hate to live in that area. Like,
that's true.
Literally, like, it's
tough.
It's tough. There's so much. Like, you've been to DC before.
Yeah, I lived
surrounding
there.
area. Oh, you
like
lived in
2
DC.
years.
Oh, yeah. So it's like there's so much different types of police, and of course, like Secret Service, and then all like federal things. Like, so anything happens, they're like on a high alert all the time.
Big time.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, something's going on. Boom, plane. Phew, like, what's going on?
But they were still able to fly over. The plane was still able to fly over DC. That's what's a little bit crazy. It's not like,
planes can still fly over DC though.
I know, I get it, but theoretically, like, you'd shoot it down. If you're going to shoot it down, wouldn't you shoot it down before it went over DC? Just saying.
Yeah, if nobody responded, then they have no choice but to shoot it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they shot it down.
You can't even fly a drone in DC. Like, so my friend Christopher, who lives up in Philadelphia, he is a drone pilot. He's actually known. He's done some stuff from American Idol. He's got a pretty famous image that he took of Philadelphia that he colored green that he put out during the Eagles Super Bowl the first time with Foles. And I was like, bro, you should come down to DC. And he's like, there's just no way. Like, I can't fly a drone over DC. So you can't even fly a drone. The fact that they're able to get like this plane, the reason they said they kind of let it go is because the plane was at an altitude and it was flying so straight that it didn't pose a threat. It's not like it was coming down like quickly to like do something. It wasn't like it was trying to veer to like hit a specific target. That's what they're claiming. If you look at the flight tracking or whatever, you could see that it was pretty much a straight line from New York. But why didn't it land in New York?
And then they said the passengers were not located?
No, the passengers were not alive. They found passengers, but no living passengers were located, essentially.
So up to the point that they go and they find all these people in the plane, and they're just they died from the crash, and that.
Yeah, they died from the crash. Like they were descending at about 20,000 feet per minute, which is crazy. Yeah, so they heard there's a sonic boom over DC, and people are like, "What the hell is this?" And it was from the F-16s that were scrambled. You have to get specific
clearance within 25.
Yes,
25 miles from any civilized, I think it is.
25 miles from any civilized. Yeah, I need you to talk into the mic too, Lucas. Good Lord, everybody today. Am I the only one that's making love to the microphone?
And what about me? I'm good.
Yeah, you're always good. I don't have to worry about you. Jeez, come on, Lucas. So it's 25 miles of any major airport. So either way, you have to get special clearance to go supersonic speed for that reason. And yeah, I mean, like they heard it and people were kind of freaking out. In fact, I watched a couple videos of like people. There's one couple that was like playing a little, like practicing some music or whatever. I think they're playing on like Facebook Live or something, and all of a sudden it shout and they like shook their house. They're both like looked at each. Yeah, exactly. They almost had this look like what the hell was that? I almost said fuck. So, U.S. official previously told ABC News it appears that the pilots at the controls and the Cessna had passed out. Some aviation experts speculated that hypoxia may have incapacitated the pilot. So that occurs when there's not enough oxygen, clearly. So my question is, first of all, how did the plane not have enough oxygen? And shouldn't there be some sort of like lack of oxygen?
Like indicator?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't like a loss
something's
of
up there.
pressure, I would think. Because a loss of pressure, the masks come down, everybody knows. So like,
a small
what the hell's
plane,
going
though.
on? Yeah, which is why it didn't have a black box, by the way. Small planes like
That sounds like a setup.
Yeah, here
they
we
don't
go.
have to
No
have a
black box, no oxygen sensor,
Set up.
blah, blah,
Saying.
blah, blah, flying 34,000 feet in the air.
So
We got a bogey.
I don't buy it.
Shoot it down.
I don't buy it.
That's it.
So do you guys know who was on the plane?
No.
Here we go. So Eric Ublacker, Uebelack, Ublacker, but Bulacker from the Daily Beast crashed plane behind DC Chaos owned by big time MAGA donor couple. The owners of a Cessna passenger aircraft that sparked panic as it flew into restricted airspace over Washington, D.C. Sunday before crashing into Virginia wilderness is a big-time Republican donors and major boosters of the Rifle Association's plane, according to federal records and public statements. According to the FAA, the plane was registered to Encore Motors of Melbourne, Florida, a Florida-based company registered.
Everything comes out of Florida
I
when there's
know,
a problem,
bro.
bro. This is so crazy.
It is, bro. It's like Florida's out Florida.
Anytime there's something with like a plane, a truck driver, or whatever, Florida.
or an alligator.
Yeah.
you know.
No, I mean like something that happens another state or like. So yeah, where'd that plane come from?
Oh yeah,
Florida.
even that. Remember that Gab? What was the woman that was like? We did this story. Like that woman, like her boyfriend killed her, and then he came back and died in the freaking.
Gabby
Oh yeah, they were like West Florida.
Gabby Patino,
Yeah.
right? That's true. That's true. In a brief interview with the Washington Post, Dom Rumpel, who was the owner, he confirmed he was the owner and said his entire family was on the plane at the time, including his daughter, his grandchild, and their nanny. We know nothing about the crash, he said. We are talking to the FAA. I got to keep the line clear. Both Barbara and her husband, prominent business people in Florida, have donated to a medley of Republican candidates for federal office over the past few years, including hundreds of thousands of dollars in donations to former President Donald Trump and his political organization. A longtime NRA committee member, Barbara has also been on the NRA's Women Leadership Council since 2002 and spent more than 6 years as an executive committee member, according to her LinkedIn profile. The couple even committed their commercial real estate portfolio trust to a trust benefiting the organization, the NRA. We want to have a legacy that will help preserve this country as we know it and is meant to be, Barbara wrote, who is the wife. Wow. So that's like really sad.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I'm mad about the jokes at the beginning. Sorry.
So it's gonna get a little sadder.
Yeah.
Richard Luscombe from The Guardian, a leading Republican donor whose family members were killed in a plane crash Sunday, lost another daughter in a scuba diving tragedy almost 30 years ago. It was reported on Monday. Another daughter, Victoria, 19, was killed in a diving accident in 1994, the Daily Beast reported. And Rumpel and his wife, Barbara, an executive with the NRA, later named an assisted living facility in their hometown of Melbourne, Florida, in her honor. They all would have just gone to sleep and never woke up, Rumpel said, who's also a pilot. And in the brief emotional interview, it descended 20,000 feet a minute and nobody could survive a crash at that speed. So, yeah, dude, really, really tough. So the only thing I can think of is maybe like autopilots. I mean, do you get all the way to New York and
Yeah, but
I
can
can't
the
make
plane
a joke,
turn
but
around?
like we forgot. Yeah, they went up to New York, made a U-turn. Right here, according to a flight tracking website, Flight Aware, the plane appeared to reach the New York area and made a nearly 180-degree turn, flying a straight path over D.C. with the flight ending in Virginia. So it literally went up there, did a 180, came straight back over D.C. and then crashed in the Virginia mountains. Like, why did it turn around? Like, what?
Makes no sense.
It doesn't. Even if it was, if it was a situation, unless it ran out of fuel, which I guess is possible.
Yeah, but you wouldn't go. Oh, New York's not far from DC.
It's maybe something that took place in the plane, but there's no black box. So
Yeah, there's no black box. That's what's kind of crazy. I wonder if this would change it to like all of them have to have black boxes now. It's a possibility.
all commercial flights have it.
Yeah, for commercial for sure,
have no
but private
choice.
place, they don't have to. But that's the thing. Like, even if it was like an autopilot thing, would the autopilot
Why
turn
would
it
it?
back around? And if it was running out of fuel, it wouldn't. It would have just gone like down.
We need
It
to ask
wouldn't
our friend, the pilot that was training.
Oh, Antoine.
Yeah.
That would be good. That would be interesting to give him a call to find out. That's interesting. That's a good thought. So yeah, it's really sad. Our heart goes out to the family. I mean, we'll see what other type of information. This literally just happened yesterday, so we'll see what type of other information there is out there. So I do have one more little quick news here, and we're gonna let's be a little bit lighter, but it's kind of funny, kind of like almost like a Max Matza from BBC. Utah primary schools banned the Bible for vulgarity and violence.
Oh, God.
A school district in the U.S. state of Utah has removed the Bible from elementary and middle schools for containing vulgarity and violence. The move follows a complaint from a parent that the King James Bible has material unsuitable for children. Utah's Republican government passed a law in 2022 banning pornographic or indecent books from schools.
Pretty soon, everything's just going to be banned.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's it. Fuck it.
Do you think they did it as kind of like you know what? Fine. You guys want to be pricks? Watch this.
They're going to ban the Bible. Oh, you guys are against homos. It's a wrap. You guys are against this. It's a wrap. Like,
Yeah, you're also talking about Utah. So
But Utah is a pretty conservative state. Lucas, can you look this up? What's the Democrat?
Utah's banning the
Republican?
Bible.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure. I'm guessing. Anybody guesses? I'm saying like 70. I'm going to say 72% Republican. Anyone else?
68.
68%. Laz?
I'll stick with your 72.
70. Oh, come on. You can't guess. At least.
73.5.
Oh, God. Okay. Lucas, did you find out yet? You want to make a guess?
No. Are we counting third parties or just the
Just Republican, Democrat. Wow. Look at Lucas, bro.
40-60 to Republican?
40-60. Wow. He's giving Democrats a little bit more of a shot. All right. Yeah. Just let us know what you find.
40-60 to Republican. 60%.
Yeah,
60 Republican.
Yeah, okay, I got you. So most of the books have been banned so far to pertain topics such as sexual orientation and identity. Imagine that. According to the Salt Lake Tribune newspaper, a parent okay, go ahead.
Pew Research Center.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Very reputable.
54% Republican,
Okay.
16% no lean, and 30% Democrat.
So Lucas was closest, and the rest of us, not so much. So 60%, well, what was it? 47? 57 Republican?
54, 16, 30.
So it's pretty like the fact that they would ban the Bible is pretty funny, but somebody's like flouting the rules.
The thing is, like, with choosing Republican or Democrat, I was trying to explain to somebody, once it's in your favor to vote Republican, you vote Republican. It doesn't even matter how you feel about anything.
Well, once you make enough money, it makes sense.
That's
to vote
what I'm saying.
Republican,
Like,
for sure.
Yeah. So it's like, are you really going to vote Democrat if you're going to like lose assets?
All those rich people in Utah.
No,
Maybe Salt Lake City, but I mean, I would imagine there's some money in Utah. According to the Salt Lake Tribune newspaper, the parents who complained said the King James Bible has no serious values for minors because it is pornographic in our new definition, referring to the 2022 book ban law. The Utah state lawmakers also wrote the 2022 law that had previously dismissed the Bible removal as a request as a mockery. It's like, so people before were like, you can't, trying to remove the Bible is mockery, even though like it fits the definition by this law. But he changed the course this week after calling it a challenging read for younger children. The book will remain in place in local high schools. Bob Johnson, father of a primary school student in Davis School District, said he opposes the Bible's removal. I can't think of what's in the Bible that you would have to take out of it. It's not like there's pictures in it, he said. The district is not the first in the U.S. to remove the Bible from its shelves. Believe it or not, Texas School District last year pulled the Bible, and last month students in Kansas requested to have the Bible removed from their school library.
You know what's weird though? Like, they always changed the Bible, like versions of the Bible.
Well, the King James
was like the last major change. And I guess everybody just accepted
Lucas,
it.
when was the King James version?
It was a while ago.
Like 20, 30, well, no more than like 200 years, like 20, yeah. Back in the 80s.
Nah, more than 20 years.
No, 200.
I'm like,
I have no idea.
The thing is, no one has, because, they always update the Bible based on what's going on, but they haven't updated the Bible since whenever King James updated the Bible to make it however he needed it to be.
Sure.
And
I got it.
Go ahead, Lucas. How long ago?
The King James or authorized version of the Bible remains the most widely published text in the English language. It was the work of around 50 scholars.
How long ago?
Was it
Who were who were appointed in 1604 by King James.
1604. Wow.
Okay.
So yeah,
400.
about 400 years ago.
Why haven't they updated it? Because obviously he updated it and changed it for his own purpose.
Yes.
I mean,
Well,
like,
They
him and, like,
updated it with
50
new
scholars.
information.
Yeah, but the 50 scholars were mostly because they were translating it.
Okay, sure. Translating it in
You know what's
their
funny to me
image.
is that they said it's a challenging read for kids. No, it's for anybody. It's a challenging
It
read.
is.
of
Absolutely.
course.
Absolutely. For sure.
And the one you guys were thinking about was the NIV, the New International Version.
yeah,
It was-
that's like a newer one though.
How
It
long
was
ago was
released
that?
in 1978 with a
Okay.
minor revision in 84.
Yeah, King, like
And a
when I was growing
major
up and I
revision in
was
2011.
2011. Jeez. Yeah, when I was growing
major.
up, it was all about the King James
When
version.
I used to go to church, it was all about King James.
Yeah.
And then people would be like, "Oh, what this Bible says this," and I'm like, "Well, we're trying to
Right.
explain it." Like,
yeah, like
get the fuck out of here.
either way.
Get your story straight.
There it is. There it is.
There's my F bomb.
So
No, but it's crazy because I have like this argument with my mom because they're very religious, and I came to them like, yo, like this can't be what they want people to do for real. Like this can't be real. And she's like, if the Bible says it, that's what you're supposed to do.
I had a girlfriend in college who like said something a little bit. I can't remember what it was. She's like, well, I can prove it. I'm like, go ahead, something religious. And she shows me a passage in the Bible. I'm like, that's not proving it.
boy.
That's like just showing me some shit in a book. Needless to say, we didn't date for very long.
Oh, yo, good luck.
Yeah.
At this point, you just have to like shut up and just be like, okay,
Praise
if you
the
say
Lord.
so. Oh God.
Yeah, something
Not
like
that bad, but like, yeah, like, okay, if you say so.
Well, anyway, that was quick news, folks. So a little bit sad, but yeah, the Bible's getting banned in Utah. I wouldn't expect that. That's for sure. And yeah, Lucas.
It's time for. Wait a minute. What the fuck?
It's WTF news. What you got, Lucas?
And actually, it kind of backs up with what was it last week, Laz, or 2 weeks ago, about the dad who had to pay $21,000 worth of for tickets for Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, yeah.
Wow.
So this is from Yahoo Life.
yeah,
and I've seen it on
Yahoo!
Yeah, hooligans. Do you remember that?
Yahoo!
Apparently, some Taylor Swift fans are wearing diapers to her tour.
What?
What?
So they can
'Cause they pee themselves?
watch a whole set and
So
shit
they pee,
themselves.
poop.
Yeah, so they
Yep.
don't have to go there. I don't want to miss a single minute.
Yep, exactly.
For real?
Screenshot HQ reported the Swifties making bold life choice, which they're declaring proudly on the internet,
God.
sometimes complete with videos of them putting on said diapers.
Because they don't want to miss a single moment of the show.
No.
Like, really?
I mean, how
I mean-
long is the show? Is the show like 2 hours? It's not even.
But you guys are,
I'm sure it's
you
like
guys
three.
are
I think it's like 3 hours.
Yeah, it's a long show.
you guys are acting like you never made a line for like a PS3.
No.
because
Yeah, but a
because
line for a
PlayStation's
PS3
not-
is gonna take like you're waking up at like 6 o'clock.
You're
in the
still wearing
morning.
diapers.
You're not. You wore a diaper to wait in line for a PS3.
It's like a way to train for later in life, you know?
I mean, I feel like at this age, I probably have to wear
Damn.
diapers if I
Trying to
had to
tell
wait
you.
for 3 or 4 hours. The longest ever
Taylor?
wait in line, I think, was probably for like a roller coaster when I was a kid or something.
Dude, I wear a diaper to go to the grocery store.
There you go.
There
I
we
believe
go.
that.
I don't even know if that's real or not. I mean, Z. Like,
I'm there an
real
hour
quick.
plus.
Back
Nice.
to Taylor Swift. Her performance typically features 44 songs and lasts 3 hours.
3 hours. Yeah, that sounds about right. I was going to do a quick news. It didn't make it in because I had other stuff. And then I ended up dumping a lot of the other stuff to fit in what's
We
going
don't
on
wanna
with
hear
this
about it.
flight.
Dumping.
But it's a Taylor Swift thing. Yeah, right.
Filling on
Dumping.
diapers.
That kind of fits the theme, doesn't it?
Oh, God.
But apparently, like Taylor Swift fans, a lot of them are coming with amnesia because they're leaving the concert and can't remember a lot of it. Like either because they're just so entranced, some of the people were saying, well, maybe it's because there's so many lights and so much going on. Maybe because it's so busy, there's no like singular moments that stick out. But there's a lot of fans who have amnesia about the show. They come back for the show and they can't remember anything about it.
really?
Yeah.
She wants you to buy another ticket.
Yeah. So it's like amnesia,
like her-
diapers, like what the hell is going
Is
on?
it her lyric? It has some kind of hypnosis?
It's possible. But
know,
like
remember-
nowadays shows got a lot going on.
Do you remember the other show, the Travis Scott show?
Well,
Yeah, but that was some
that's where people
brutal
were like,
stuff.
dying.
Yeah, but
That
like
was some
everybody's
demonic
like,
stuff.
they don't even know if like they're just throwing. Maybe they're just throwing some like nerve gas in there, like not nerve gas, but like something that's
Some
just.
kind of
I mean, I guess it's
sleeping
still.
agent.
Yeah, who knows? Or just putting you in some type of hit you don't even remember. Like,
Well, I mean,
it's probably
it's
just
possible.
that water they sell you.
That
who
could
knows?
be.
Water at concerts are always like a different water, right?
And the top never cracks right. It's like barely like, it's like it feels like it was off.
It's some water you never heard of.
You never
It's
get
like,
that.
It's like
that you're looking for.
Seth's water. Like, I don't want this water. That's all we
Whatever,
have. Take it.
bitch.
I wonder what's in this tea.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
He makes everybody drink that tea. I never drink the tea, and I make
offered
it.
it.
First, it's drink the tea. Then it's get your mouth close to the microphone.
Come upstairs.
You got to get close to the microphone.
I just have to. I just look the other way, and I'm just like, whatever happens to you, see.
All right,
I
so
knew it.
that was quick news. That was WTF news. Just for Z, we're doing shout outs at the end. So, Laz, any shout outs over there?
Can I mix my shout out beef?
I want to save it for the beef. So we'll save it for the beef.
All right, I'll shout out to Miami Heat Fire.
All right. Yeah, bro. Pulled out the win.
We
We got to give him credit. It's a pretty amazing win, gotta say.
And then I can't shout out everybody that's listening, but
Watching.
yeah, or watching. But shout out to the cousins group.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about something about later.
Okay.
It is what it is. Shout out
Sure.
to Adrian. He listens every week. And shout out to Rob, even though he's gonna say something crazy if I let him loose.
Yeah. That was
it's
like
okay.
we were talking about the game one. It's like, it's okay, Laz.
It's crazy.
We trust you. We still love you. So, all right, Lucas, any shout outs over there?
No.
Yeah, of course not. All right.
Did you just yawn?
No, I just went no
Oh,
because I know your ass doesn't have shit. And any shout outs over there, Zaim?
No, I got nothing.
Nothing really?
I mean, shout out to my stands.
Your stands?
That's about it.
What's
the
a
people I
stans?
can't stand.
Oh, the
shit.
people you
I
can't
love-
stand.
I love it.
it. All right. Well, I don't really have any shout outs this week either. As you guys know, I'm about to have this place all to myself, just me and my little girl. Very excited about that, gotta say. So shout out to me, having this house all to myself. It's a new chapter. In
Party on Friday,
2.0.
guys. Let me give you the address. Text me.
Yeah, party on Friday as soon as Alicia goes to sleep, which will be like 11 o'clock. So, which is, about the time she usually falls asleep. We stay up late, that's for sure. So, all right, well, we're going to take our first little break. And yeah, we're going to be back to talk about China and why they can't leave our military shit alone.
China.
Boom.
You're just jealous I can out eat you.
Well, you can now.
Why are you eating out your
especially
brother,
now. Oh, damn, dude.
So what's up
Gross.
with these dudes here? What's up with these dudes?
That's some of my father's art from back in the day. He went through a paper mache period. But yeah, those are the jurists.
I think you're starting to look more like your father.
Actually, growing up, we had like gargoyles coming out of the.
Gargoyles?
Yeah, he like had these faces that
Gargle?
would come out of the.
We
out
still
of the
have most
ceiling.
of them.
Lucas has the has
really?
a Jack and the Beanstalk, like that was
like 4 foot.
molded.
This picture on
Damn.
the right makes you look you're looking just like your father right now.
Yeah.
Like pretty much. Especially with your hair growing.
Yeah, especially with my hair long. That's for sure.
I can barely see with the porn star lights.
It's all right.
Oh god.
You'll get over the porn.
You'll get
star
used to
lights.
it.
Yeah, for sure. All right,
It's not gonna hurt as much next time.
So we're back. Yeah, that's true. You will get used to it. So, all right. So we're going to go ahead and jump in. There's a lot going on. China just can't leave our shit alone. But there's an argument to say, maybe we can't leave their shit alone. So we'll have the discussion and see what the thoughts are. But Luis Martinez, ABC News. Chinese warship cuts off U.S. Navy ship, making second military provocation in a week. The second major provocation by Chinese military in the span of a week, a Chinese warship carried out what the U.S. military called an unsafe maritime interaction when it crossed an American warship's bow at a distance of 150 yards, forcing the U.S. Navy destroyer to take evasive maneuvers to avoid a collision. The incident occurred on Saturday as the American destroyer USS, this is kind of funny. I don't know why they would send this one out there, but the USS Chung Hoon.
Oh God!
Of all the American destroyers to send into the Asian region, you choose that one. I don't know if it's on purpose or what's going on, but
maybe this so they understand. Even though funny. I know the outfit is not the same, but it's like
it's pretty funny. So the USS Chung Hoon, the Canadian frigate HMCS. See, Canadians we'll just send the HMCS out there, guys. You're good with the Chung Hoon. We'll just we'll tone it back a little bit. Executed transit in international waters of the Taiwan Strait, the body of water that separates the Chinese mainland and Taiwan. During the transit, PRC LY 132. See, we're over here with Chung Hoon. Canada's got the HMCS and China's the PRC, which is People's Republic of China, but they call it the LY-132, executed maneuvers in an unsafe manner. The PRC LY-132 overtook Chung Hoon at their port side and crossed at about 150 yards, and the Chung Hoon maintained course, but had to slow to 10 knots to avoid a collision. The Chinese warship then executed a second pass in front of the American warship's bow at a distance of 2,000 yards and remained off the destroyer's port bow. The actions violated the maritime rules of the road of safe passage in international waters in the Indo-Pacific, command said.
Is that rule for warships or for boats or large ships in general?
Yeah, it's just a general, if you don't want to be a dickhead,
Am I an asshole?
If you don't want to be one of those, then, just give us some space.
Let me ask you a question, though.
Yes.
Does China have any warships or destroyers close to the United States in international waters?
That's kind of what I was getting at.
Yeah, so
We're
it's
not too close.
Hold on, let me wrap this up real quick. We will support This Is America, Lloyd Austin. He's our man right there. So Secretary of Defense. We will support our allies and partners as they defend themselves against coercion and bullying. To be clear, we do not seek conflict or confrontation, but we will not flinch in the face of bullying or coercion. So that's kind of what I was getting at. So maybe that's where I was like, well, maybe we should stay out of their business because, none of these Russia, China,
none of these countries have anybody close to us, bro.
I know. And that's where it's kind of like.
Yeah, but you guys have to understand it's different with us. And also, I blame the name of the ship. You can't name a ship Chung Li and
Chung
then
Hoon,
I know,
which isn't much better.
Chung Li, and then expect them to not think it's theirs.
Oh, so it's one of ours. It was
but I mean that was kind of funny.
I got it.
It's kind of funny, but that's the thing. So they're in between the Taiwan Strait, which is roughly 30 miles across. 90 miles across. And here for the viewers at home, so this is essentially the South China Sea. And you can see up top here, Taiwan and China. It's only 90 miles across. We're going to get into the South China Sea a little bit later. But long story short, maritime rules for the most part, and Lucas, you can back this up, but I'm pretty sure it's 12 miles off the coast. You're allowed to consider, your national waters. Beyond that, pretty sure you can just go ahead and do your thing. So technically, according to international law, if you're, in between the 90 miles, 45 miles in the middle, can't really do or say shit. So that's kind of like, what are we doing there? I get it, but at the same time, China, what's the matter with you? Yeah, we're over there. Yeah, we're flaunting our stuff. Yeah, we're doing whatever the hell we want. But at the same time, it's we're still in international waters. Back it the hell up.
Do they have to back the hell up?
No, they don't, clearly. And neither do we.
They thought it was their ship.
They didn't think it was their ship, dude.
That would be so funny.
Come
That
on,
would be
man.
funny. It's
If
like,
they
No,
had
but
a
like,
ship
what
out
are you
there,
doing on our
and it was
ship,
called
bro?
the USS Burger King, we
Yeah.
would think it's our ship.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right,
If someone can
but, like,
imagine
literally-
going off our thing with the US or
was-
like
right. If-
PRC Burger King.
If there's okay, exactly. If there's a
That was
PRC
some funny
Burger
shit,
King,
dude.
like
That
I would
40,
was some
also
funny
want to
shit.
T-bone that thing.
45 miles west of California, there's a PRC Burger King.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a Chinese ship. Like, do you think the U.S. might
You're
blow
gonna
it
have
up?
citizens pulling up.
Yeah,
That's the
like,
thing. We would do. I feel like we would do much worse.
of course. What do you like? We're
You
gonna.
got Chung Lee going around their waters.
But
and
that's that's the thing. It's like
shit. Disrespectful.
around Taiwan. Like that's the thing.
Yeah, but they
claim
have
Taiwan.
to be like the reason Taiwan is basically like their own country is because we're interfering. Like,
Well, because
Right.
we're going to back them up.
yeah, we're
yes.
gonna back them up. I mean, and
the
then
reason
we
are backing them up is because, first of all,
Chippy
they
chip,
own
chip,
the
chip,
chips,
chip,
yes,
chip,
and
chip.
second, they buy a lot of military assets from us.
And I mean, I know what happens. How do you have to be considered a country? Like if like 80% of the rest of the world decides you're a
I
country,
have
you're a country.
no idea how
Something like
works.
that. So whatever. But we're definitely interfering in that situation. So that's why we have to be there.
But what pisses me off is we still subscribe to the one China policy. So by subscribing to the one China policy, technically we're saying that Taiwan is a part of China. I think we should just like forget the one as America, forget the one China policy, and then that changes everything. But the fact that we still like kiss their ass in that regard, but yet at the same time we're one time. We're sending a mixed message. In fact, I don't know if you guys remember when Donald Trump became president, he accepted a phone call from the president of Taiwan and China went apeshit, and that was one of the first time. And Trump was like, talk to whoever the fuck I want, which was one of the first times I was like, okay, Trump, you got my support on that one. But, it's like, it's sending a little bit of a mixed signal in that regard, in my opinion.
we're gonna make our own chips soon, anyways, right? Didn't we talk about that last episode?
Well, the
Yeah.
thing is, Taiwan is investing in our chips, but if China takes Taiwan,
That's not gonna happen.
they're gonna try. They're gonna try.
Don't we get Nike out of there too?
Everything out of there, bro.
Foxconn,
Or is that
Foxconn is
Vietnam?
owned by Taiwan,
I'm sure
but a lot of these companies are moving to
everything
India.
Is like over there. Doesn't matter.
Well, it's true.
Which is
like-
ridiculous.
How about Bangladesh? Maybe they could start making.
Well,
some
Bangladesh
chips.
is mostly textiles, but a lot of the electronics is being moved to India. Apple is moving to India. There's a lot of companies moving to India. That's for sure. So, all right, moving forward. All right. Well, first of all, us being over there, China like making a big deal out of it. We are technically an international analyst, but yeah, if China had a ship 45 miles off of our coast, damn right we would do the same thing.
There'll
We
be
probably
a
have like
sonic
50
boom a
yeah.
million times, bro. Like,
Yeah,
yo,
had a
like
bleeping target on it.
there'll be
with a
just
crazy
sonic
name,
dooms,
even
just
worse.
flames just flying, boom, 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 all day.
Yeah,
We're just messing around
So
with
it's just, I don't know, man. Like I just think we need to drop the one child policy crap. All right, Lolita Baldor, AP News.
Sure will.
So this is what's that?
Nothing.
So this was just a week ago. U.S. military complains of unsafe, aggressive move by Chinese fighter jet. U.S. military said that a Chinese fighter jet flew aggressively close to a U.S. reconnaissance aircraft over the South China Sea, forcing the American pilot to fly through the turbulent wake. The Chinese J-16 fighter pilot, J-16 is a fourth generation, went into service in 2011, so it's a more recent fourth generation, but still fourth generation. So it's equivalent to like an F-16 Viper, which is the most recent F-16 fighter craft. The fighter pilot flew directly in front of the nose of the RC-135, which was conducting routine operations in international airspace. Once again, South China Sea. Last Friday, U.S. Indo-Pacific Command said in a statement, it called the Chinese move an unnecessary aggressive maneuver. U.S. defense leaders have complained that Chinese military has become significantly more aggressive over the past 5 years, intercepting U.S. aircraft and ships in the region. In a further sign of tensions, China said that the defense chief will not meet. This is crazy. The Chinese defense chief will not meet with U.S. Defense Secretary Lord Austin when the two men attend a security conference in Singapore this weekend. Austin is scheduled to address the Shangri-La dialogue on Saturday, while Chinese Defense Minister General Li Shangfu will speak at the gathering on Sunday. So here's the thing. First of all, you're not. I mean, you're both going to be there. You can't meet with our secretary, our defense secretary. Like, come on, guys.
Maybe because it's nothing. Maybe they're just all sitting in a room like this. Let's see what happens if we just fly over the ship. Like,
well, here's
who
the thing.
knows?
They flew close enough that the RC-135 had to fly through its wake, shook the whole freaking plane. You know what I'm saying? But going back, here's the South China Sea. So China is, for those of you watching, China is way up north. So you go south, you look at Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, the Philippines. China claims all the way down to Malaysia, not even close to China's territory. That would be like us claiming all the way down to South America, like legitimately. That'd be like us saying, Colombia, Costa Rica, all the way. Like we claim, even parts of Brazil, we claim all those waters. And the thing is, they put in their own, they built their own islands so they could put a military base and claim all that. So the fact that they're giving us shit, the fact that they're giving our ships crap, also way down in the South China Sea, doesn't help that they call it the South China Sea. Like, South China Sea, just like Zhenghu, must be our ship, must be our sea. So that doesn't really help.
Of course, I'm a United States citizen. We're U.S. people, but we have a whole bunch of countries or like territories in like our Caribbean Sea.
Like different islands.
That's true.
Yeah, so it's like...
So is the UK, for that matter.
Okay, so if one of these countries...
UK, not okay, UK.
No, oh God.
But they're claiming water.
Yeah, but...
Exactly.
If if they had a destroyer by like U.S. Virgin Islands, or what do we have on the Pacific coast? Like Hawaii?
Sure.
Like somebody just came like 90 miles away from Hawaii, we're not going to take that.
No. I mean, Hawaii is well defended. They got a bunch of F-22s out there, not to mention a bunch of.
But Hawaii is also not screaming, "We're not part of your country."
But
that's true.
But I don't know, bro.
It's the problem is with the South China Sea, like they are claiming all this shit.
We have a territory over there as well, right? What territory?
Guam. Isn't Guam ours?
Guam.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How far is that from them?
Good question, Lucas.
Research Lucas.
I'm not sure. Guam.
All I'm saying is that
how far is Guam from where?
From China, or where is Guam? Actually, go ahead.
All I'm saying is if one of their destroyers or military ships were close to the United States, we'd definitely be keeping a very close eye on them. We'll probably just put our ship right next to theirs. Yeah, flinch. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like. You know what I mean?
That's 100% what we would do.
like go ahead and flinch. We'll figure it out. Like
that's what you would hope we would do.
So
that's exactly what we will do. Or that ship would just disappear and we'll be like, we don't know what happened. Like,
dude, Guam is way the hell out there. Holy crap.
Guam is 4,747 kilometers.
Dude, Guam, here's Guam way right here. Yeah, dude, Guam is way out there.
It's 4,000 kilometers, almost 4,700 kilometers from China. It's actually and 6,300 kilometers from Hawaii.
It's a pretty good spot. Like out there, it's a good spot to have a nice little like spot where you can, refill your.
I'd be scared to fly to one of those islands in the middle of nowhere.
It looks so deserted.
It's way out there.
Like like something goes wrong and the radar's off and you don't know where you're going.
But the reason China wants those waters, several reasons. One, a lot of shipping goes through there. Two, fishing. And three, potential for other resources as well. So Dirzan Mahazir from usni.org, which is the U.S. Naval Institute, Philippine Coast Guard cutters, Chinese warship almost collide in the South China Sea. This was about a month ago. A People's Liberation Army Navy, or the PLAN, corvette challenged two Philippine Coast Guards, or PCG, cutters during a patrol in the South China Sea, according to officials in Manila. The Philippine Coast Guard ships also reported aggressive maneuvers by China Coast Guard vessels, in addition to identifying over 100 Chinese maritime militia ships operating in the area of its patrol. Chinese ships routinely operate within the 12-mile territorial sea limit claimed by the Philippines in regards to its holdings. China, Taiwan, and Vietnam do not recognize Philippine sovereignty over the Spratlys, but the problem is...
They don't recognize Philippines either?
Well, China, Taiwan, so the Spratly Islands, everybody is arguing over right now. So let me just give you guys, all the viewers out there. So here is what we got going on for the Spratly Islands. So the Spratly Islands are kind of right in the middle of the South China Sea. They're close to the Philippines, a lot closer to Philippines than anything else. So, but the thing is, China still claims them, which is crazy. Like the fact that they're going to claim these islands like way, way south. So granted, okay, you know what, Vietnam, if you don't want to believe us, if you want to say it's not a part of you, Taiwan, if you want to say, you know what, Philippines, you're not allowed to have it, but China, you have no business being there whatsoever. So Cheng Zhao contacted the Philippine Coast Guard vessels by radio and directed them to leave the area. So Cheng Zhao was the Chinese entity that was there. The cutters replied that they were asserting their rights to carry out operations within the territorial sea of Pagasa Island, and asked the PLAN, which is People's Liberation Army and Navy. So, China's all the way down there, getting in the way of the Philippines Coast Guard, almost ramming Philippines Coast Guard. Same thing they did to us, but at least with us, it was closer, 45 miles or so away from China. But here, they're doing it freaking 1,000 miles away from China. It's bullshit.
We ain't got no business over there.
We got no,
we always have business
Respect
everywhere.
the law. I feel like they should be respecting the rules, maritime laws.
sure.
But
Okay, so we have no business being over there.
and they have no business going all the way down
Okay,
south
so
of there, right?
do we, as
We're
America,
the US, everything is our business.
that's
Oh.
the thing, as America,
It just is.
who generally sticks up for countries that can't stick
everything.
up for themselves, and granted, a lot of times we stick our nose in where we shouldn't, but let's face it, the whole thing with Iraq is because Iraq invaded Kuwait. We were like, you know what? No, you can't do that. So we're going to come in and we're going to free Kuwait, and then we're going to freaking, do what America does.
Same thing
which is,
with Russia now.
well, yeah, except for
We're supplying them.
Kuwait, we actually went in there. Now we're just supplying.
Yeah,
That's
but it's-
because
So we can't really get involved with the other one. We
No, we
never get
can't.
involved, but
well, lately
get
we did. Ever
involved.
since
Yeah, because
Iran,
when we get involved, everything turns up green.
Yeah, then
and it
it's-
glows in the dark.
yeah, ever since freaking Iraq, we went in there, because there was no weapon. They never found a single weapon of mass destruction. So it was a bunch of bullshit.
They were
George
there,
Bush was
bro.
lied
They
to.
were
We went
there.
in there anyway.
they were there.
They weren't there. Trust
They were
me.
there, bro.
They would have.
You're not American. You're not American,
They
Seth.
wanted to
Yeah, I'm
find
pretty
them.
sure they were.
They would have done anything just to find a smidgen of something.
The problem
to justify
is
it.
when we do go and help other countries, the problem is that remember no country wants to give up being a country. So it's
For
like
sure.
what happens is like, okay, yeah, you helped us, this and that, whatever. 20 years later, oh, we don't need you anymore. Oh, what do you mean you don't need us anymore? We're here. No, we don't need you anymore. And then we have the same problem with every
Look what
country.
happened with Afghanistan. We went in there like, we're going to help you out. And then we're like,
Yeah.
all right, we're done. We're pulling out. And then fucking Taliban took over the whole country in like a day.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
America's gone. Where's your friend? Like,
That's a problem.
yeah, we shouldn't. I mean,
That was Biden's first big blunder.
I understand that we have like our interests and things to make our country better, but we can't destroy countries.
So should
going
we
through
be
it.
over there helping the Philippines, helping Manila?
Yeah,
you
'cause
know,
we
the
need-
capital,
we-
helping Vietnam
We need Philippines for whatever we need it for, and we need Taiwan, obviously.
and Vietnam. Let's face it, we owe them.
Do we?
Oh,
So I'm just saying,
we would
like,
never ever stop meddling in everybody's affairs ever.
It's true. So I for one, I'm glad we're over there. Because dude, the fact that China claims, these islands for themselves, the Spratly Islands for themselves, 1,000 miles away. When the Philippines claim them, Vietnam claims them. At least with the Philippines and Vietnam, at least they're close enough to.
If we go there, what passport? No, it's not what passport. What country am I going to? What's the stamp on my passport if I get there?
To the Spratlys?
Yeah.
Great
That's a
question.
good question, Lucas.
That is a great question.
Yeah, like
If you
you know
go
what I
to
mean, like.
Spratly Islands, yeah, like that's a good question. That
Or is
might
there
be a
like
tough
three
one.
people there? Like, oh yeah, it's us, it's me, stamp me, like.
That is an
She
excellent
does
question.
it all for you.
Because if you go to Taiwan, you're getting Taiwan stamp. You're not getting China. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
That's true,
so who officially has that? The islands.
bro. I can't believe China claims these islands way the hell down here.
No,
It's
but you didn't care
absurd.
about England claiming all the other countries.
Yeah,
in the
but they
world.
claimed
What's it
them
called?
like hundreds, if not, like hundreds of years ago.
Still, it's not fair, bro.
What is this?
It's true.
What is this island called?
So the Spratlys, SPR, you got it?
yeah.
ATLYS.
You fly there, it's like, yeah, you're good.
SPRATLY.
What country are you in?
Spratlys.
You do whatever you want here,
It's
bro.
Spratly.
It's
I'll have a
disputed
Spratly,
land,
please.
but it's apparently Vietnam.
Oh, it's apparently Vietnam. Like that's who.
Yeah.
That's
That's who'll
Storm
stamp your
Island.
stuff.
Okay.
yeah.
Well, it's closer to the
Chinese.
Philippines. So you know what, China? Back it up. Jeez. So Richard Javad Hedarian, Asia Chimes, Philippine Coast Guard getting muscular with China. Manila says more assertive claims, Manila, capital Philippines, more assertive claims to South China Sea area is disputed by Beijing days after receiving new U.S. maritime defense assurances. So Manila is like stepping up their Coast Guard. They are not only there for navigational safety for ships, but also serve as a sovereign marker. As you can see, we have Philippine flags placed there, and we are strengthening our presence, declared Philippine Coast Guard, PCG, Vice Admiral Joseph Coim, referring to 5 buoys his forces placed across the highly contested Spratly group of islands in the South China Sea. The move by Philippine authorities came just weeks after several PCG cutters almost collided with the Chinese warship in the South China Sea. We just spoke about that. It also came not long after Philippines signed a new defense guidelines with the U.S. Pentagon, which has promised to help its treaty ally to more effectively deal with threats in the area, including gray zone operations by China. Buoyed by growing defense cooperation with its superpower ally, Manila is taking on China with growing confidence and determination, effectively marking the end of former President Rodrigo Duterte's fruitless strategic flirtation with Beijing during a 6-year term. Because Duterte was like, China, we love you. Like, we can be friends, do your thing. And that's a lot of the reasons why China was like, all right, we're going to do our fucking thing. But now it's like, we're not now. Just because Duterte leaves doesn't mean we're going to back it up. Over the succeeding years, the U.S. Coast Guard U.S. Coast Guard also expanded its joint exercises with the PCG, Philippine Coast Guard, which began to benefit from growing government investment. In 2019, the PCG announced plans to recruit up to 4,000 officers to bolster its 36,000-strong workforce. If we have evidence that they are deliberately taking out our installed buoys, which we believe are legitimate, there will be serious repercussions, warned Vice Admiral Coim, the Coast Guard's Maritime Safety Service Command Chief, without elaborating. So they put these buoys out there with the Philippines flags to lay their claim to the Spratly Islands. And they're like, I dare you, I wish you would take away our buoys with our flags
Double
on them.
down.
You're reminding me of the other show.
Which one?
Planet B.
Oh, Planet Me D&D?
Yeah.
Why? What was going over there? What happened?
The voice.
Oh, well, I have plenty of voices on our D&D show. Yeah, for those of you who want to check out our D&D show, arcanemediallc.com.
We
It's a
can't
good
just take
show.
out the buoys, though.
Do you think they will?
Yeah.
Do we think China's going to take out the buoys?
Absolutely.
They probably won't take it out, but they'll just like run a ship into it by
Okay,
accident.
fair enough.
Like,
Anyone else? Anyone
Over
else?
and over and over again. They run
Okay.
into it, run a ship into it.
I think those buoys are going to disappear. I really do. So, but apparently the Philippines are going to be, Coast Guarding the shit out of those islands. I don't know, man. Like, we wouldn't need to be over there if China would just stop claiming the entire freaking sea. Like I said, that would be the equivalent. Actually, let me back this up. Let's take a look here, and let's take a look at the equivalent. So that would be like, that would be like the Gulf. That would be like United States claiming all the way down to Honduras, Nicaragua,
Such as Central
Costa
America.
Rica. Yeah,
All of Central America.
almost all of Central America. That would be like us claiming all that for
That's right,
ourselves,
dude.
dude. It's bullshit.
we tried before.
Did we?
We had Panama. We had all these little.
Well, we
islands in the middle.
still didn't we give Panama? We gave Panama away.
Well, they were having like a civil war,
our
though.
thing was over, though.
Yeah, but we just relinquished control of the Panama Canal. We were running that up until like 10 years ago or
I mean,
so.
we
The
had
contract
to.
was over now, right?
Yeah, we let them. It was like, all right, you guys got this.
You know
We
all the
did.
stuff that was going through there?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going through there.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
And we paid. Everybody
Illicit,
paid that.
illicit.
Everybody paid that fee.
Yeah.
That's true. That's very, very true.
Trying to come through here.
So,
Like,
I don't know. Things are getting worse. Going through Taiwan, like I get it because we would do the same thing, probably worse if they were like off of our coasts. And the funny thing is, no country would even dare come all the way over.
No way.
They're not coming over here because the only reason you come over here.
Only way you're coming here is on a cruise ship, bro.
Yeah,
that's it.
exactly.
You're not coming over here with a military ship with planes 90 miles away from Cali. Or 90 miles away from Florida? No.
Not even
or
like 300 miles.
Nah, you're crazy.
Like there was a Russian airplane that came over Alaska or close to Alaska, but that's understandable.
Yeah, but Russia and Alaska are like right there.
Yeah, because they're kind of, they're close.
The only
They're
that balloon
Yeah,
thing.
they can see each other.
Yeah, no, legit. I think what is it? It's like 50 miles.
They said
The Aleutian
before
Islands.
the water
Making
used to
it
get
too.
like mushy, so you can just like walk over.
Well, there are times back in the day where you could actually, like, it would get frozen enough that you could legit like walk it, but not anymore.
That balloon that China sent over here was kind of weird though.
Dude, like,
Yeah, but that was
Where did they
blunder
launch it
on our
from?
end.
Huh?
well, now the thing is, now we found out that they actually have like blimps and shit. They're really stepping up this whole like balloon, like floating reconnaissance thing. It's pretty stupid.
Hey, bro, it got all the way to the mainland, bro.
But the thing is, like, we had tracked it beforehand. Like, from what I read, like, or at least what they told us, we knew about it. We just didn't say anything because we didn't want to like make a big deal out of it. And then some guy like with his camera was like, "Hey, what's that?" And then people like noticed, and then they saw the solar panels. All of a sudden, I was like, "All right, we got to talk about it." You know.
But
Lucas,
I think it's because we've been flying balloons over their country for years.
have we been?
Yeah,
You think so?
Sam,
Absolutely.
We're
Really?
definitely surveilling
absolutely.
I didn't.
every country, bro. Like,
Balloons, really? I didn't.
I don't know if we have
Oh,
a
yeah.
balloon. You don't know what
that's,
they have.
That's old school technology. They've been doing that.
Okay.
We have FBI in almost every country. We have like everything in every
China
country.
has their own police like stations in every country.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like we can't complain about stuff that other countries are doing because
Right.
we're doing way more invasive
true.
things, bro. Like
I agree.
like I'm behind us, obviously.
Of course.
we got no
Right.
choice. Like it is what it is. That's why we're safe. But at the end of the day, we're probably way more invasive than they are, or doing way more things than they are doing.
All right, give me okay. Lucas, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
What's up?
Lucas. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Dickhead.
Lucas.
What?
Yeah, dickhead.
He was saying something earlier, and I cut him off. I
So the
apologize.
South China Sea, I'm glad we're there. I'm glad we're helping to keep the area safe. Let's face it, it's strategic
America.
for us. Fuck yeah. Coming to save the motherfucking day, yeah. But at the same time, China, stop being such a prick. Like,
Oh,
seriously.
They have to protect their land, bro.
You can protect your land. Taiwan, I get it. Like, I'm cool with that. But the South China Sea, get over it. That would be like us building our own military base, like in the Bay of Bengal, and saying, hey, we claim these territory waters off the coast of India and Bangladesh. Like,
You
give
don't
me
know
a
if we
break.
have a military base over there or not.
Well, we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
that's
we don't
besides the
claim
point.
the waters. We don't claim.
We don't need to claim the water. They
We're
know
there.
that
They
they
want
know
us
not to
there.
fuck with us.
They know
already.
the ships in the water
they
don't
know-
fuck with us.
They
But they
already
want
know
us there.
we're out here hanging out. You know,
I can say there isn't, I could be wrong, but I would like to think there isn't a military base anywhere in the world where they're like, we don't want you here. They want us there because they know we're going to keep them safe.
okay,
Right.
Okay. All right.
it's fine.
All right. Well, that's pretty much it. Any last minute thoughts?
I didn't expect to disagree with you on this one. Not disagree with you, but just
You didn't expect to disagree?
yeah.
What did we disagree on?
We didn't really disagree, but I feel like
Meddling in affairs.
I feel like they shouldn't be meddling in affairs that much. Like just
The
it's
United
okay.
States?
Yeah, like they're just the other people are just showing I have a little power
We're
too.
basically whipping out our dicks and saying, look at this. Ours is
And
bigger than
then
yours.
China's like, I know you have a big dick, but I'm out here too. You feel me? Like,
You gotta keep the foot on the gas.
like
That's true. Like,
We're
just
around,
because
you
your
know.
dick is bigger than mine doesn't mean we don't know how to use ours.
yeah, exactly.
I
Basically.
got you. Fair enough.
Oh God, it didn't have to be like that.
But
But
the thing is, part of it too is we got to let Taiwan know, and China was like, hey, we're here. You want to mess with Taiwan? We're here. That's why we had 3 nuclear submarines surface off the coast of Taiwan, just to let China know, hey, we're here.
we out here.
Yeah, that's right.
Just when you thought Her dick was big. It's bigger.
All right, Laz. So you got. Oh wait, you got beef. Shout out.
What? You got beef?
Well, I shout out everybody I need to shout out. But
Okay.
I have a cousin. This is my dad's twin brother's son.
Okay.
So this is like almost like my brother, basically. Like basically we're brothers at the end of the day. So we have
Brother
like this
from
cousin.
another mother.
Yeah, basically. Our mom actually both our moms' names are the same name. Like
Wow.
literally.
Okay.
So like same first name, same last name.
See,
obviously.
Laz is like literally, and then Zaim is like, I promise you. So
So then we have like this group chat with like the cousins that like really get along, whatever. Like all of us get along, but whatever. So I post the last week's episodes on the group chat, and then everybody's like, oh yeah, cool, I'm gonna watch and listen to whatever. Then my cousin's like, yo, when did you start a podcast? I'm just like,
Really,
yo,
bro?
I'm like, bro, like it's been like we're like 8 years now. No, not even.
we
8.
started in 2016.
Yeah,
bro.
like I'm just like
Bro,
what are you talking
welcome
about
to
right now?
Earth.
And I'm just like literally he'll be in town and I'm just like, yeah, I gotta go to the podcast. I'll be back in like 2 hours. Like he was just here. Like when we went to the strip club, I think I talked to you about it.
Didn't
Just,
somebody,
get food.
was it one of your cousins or whatever wanted to be on the show, right?
Yeah, one of my cousins wanted to be on the show, I believe. And Seth, you like had arguments with my cousins on Facebook. Like there's no way he wouldn't know that we have a podcast.
Sure.
And this is a cousin, and it's like, all right, shout me out. That's why I was like, I'm shouting out the cousin group and especially B, because he's like so weird, bro. And I'm like, yo, get out of here. Where have you been?
We have a show. Welcome
Out of
to
space?
Boy caught amnesia.
Earth. Yeah,
God.
for real.
Nah, he's on some other shit.
But
sometimes.
I'll tell you, it is tough to get people to have the balls to come on this show. Because I think like people are intimidated. I don't know if it's the fact that like we legit like know what we're doing and we come with facts and they're afraid that some people maybe just shy. Like women, bro, we had Zimata come on once. You know,
But she was fine though.
No, she was great. She was great, but she's married now and all that. Elodie was great. She came on. I'm gonna have Elle come back on. Elle will definitely come back on, but it's really hard to get like ladies to come on the show.
But Elle's different because she's already like in like public, so she can deal with it. You know what I mean?
Who?
Elle.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Yeah, so it's different.
She was great, bro. She was awesome.
But
she was a little nervous, but she was like awesome.
Do you remember like my first 3 episodes? I'm just like,
All of them, bro.
I'm just
My
like,
first episode, like I screwed up like the first sentence.
I didn't even know how to speak, bro.
Yeah. So, but
I
we're,
didn't even know I
we're
was going to be
seasoned.
on it.
What's that, Lucas?
I didn't even know I was going to be on it.
Yeah, no, Lucas thought he was just going to do research, like not on camera or anything, or not on the mic. Back then, we didn't have the cameras.
we don't even know you're here still.
Yeah, right. Seriously,
Dickhead.
Research
I'm
Lucas.
just fucking with
but
you.
it's like even like Michelle asked her to come on. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, this and that. I don't know. She may or not. She may come on. She may not. I hope she does.
Yeah.
But it's tough to get people like, and I've had plenty of people that said they want to be on the show. Like, yeah, I want to be on. I'm going to do it.
Oh, we
And
have
then
had
even
we had a
guys,
million people,
and they
bro.
back out because they just realize, oh my god, like I'm going to be on the show. Like I don't know if I have anything to say. So I mean, were you
No,
at
this
all
is great.
nervous?
No,
Not
at
even
all.
a little bit.
But the
I've
pressure's
never done
off.
this,
Like
but
it's like Seth is leading the show. You know what I mean? Z?
but
Like you
even
just
besides that, I mean, I would be comfortable too leading the show and just having.
Hey, you
people-
can sit in my
that's-
seat, man. Come on.
I can't do that.
No, that's it. It's not too bad. I mean, I guess some people are just camera shy and all that.
Yeah, I mean, thing is, I have most of the information. You guys just, need to have. I mean, obviously know about what we're talking about, but for the most part, you just need to have like
Input.
opinions and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, input.
Right. No, it's not. It's not bad. It's not
So
too difficult.
All right. Well, yeah, we have.
I
a
really had a
podcast.
great time.
Oh,
Appreciate
I'm
you guys.
glad. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. That's
Even
great.
though I think you drugged me with this tea.
Wait till we find out what's really
I feel
happening.
funny. I feel
The show really ends at 9,
you never know. That's for
These
sure.
lights gets brighter.
and then you're just in your car.
No, this is white tea, man. This is silver needle white tea. Yeah, and then your butt hurts.
What happened to me last night? I don't know.
All right,
the chair? Was
Laz,
that
Laz's Corner of
it's time for Laz's Corner Positive. He's ready to go, man. Look at you. He knows it's
always ready to
coming.
go.
Yeah, I'll see.
I was already like on the page since in the car.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you are ready to go. Go for it.
Dolphin player gives bike to teen who walked over 6 miles to middle school graduation.
Wow, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Xavier Jones from St. Louis. He had to walk 6 miles to his graduation because his family didn't have a car. And you know, graduation is not usually the same time as like regular school stuff.
Sure.
So he completed a 2.5-hour walk to veteran middle school ceremony.
Damn.
So this guy, what's his name? Jones, donated a bike to him and also a minivan to his family.
That's awesome, man.
Through some of his foundations and partnerships.
Love it.
So he gave him not like a regular bike, he gave him an electric bike. So it's not like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, he couldn't get him a car because he's 14.
Sure.
And he gave his family a new minivan.
So middle school graduation?
Yeah. The sponsors were
damn, dude.
There was 2 sponsors and along Howard Stoll, President Dr. Latona Collins Smith, President Jones with a 4-year scholarship, setting him up for a future in higher education.
Wow, dude.
So
I love like stories like that where people, you know, like you hear it a lot too. I mean, a lot more than others where like they see like these people walking for miles.
I got to start walking.
Right? Just to like, you know, go to their job, go to school or whatever. Like people that are really willing to put in that much effort to like be a part of something and people gifting them a car. It's, you know,
that's
it's
amazing,
awesome.
bro.
Yeah, it is.
Give him encouragement. So he got a car, electric bike. Well, his family got the car. Obviously, they need it.
Yeah.
An electric bike and a 4-year scholarship.
That's sick. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's it. You're good. You're like now.
Set. Yeah,
you feel
Now
that
you
life.
just got to get good grades.
Yeah. No, but you still got the scholarship. You just, you got to get good grades to get into school.
Yeah. So, but I'm sure now, like the amount of
You're more
gratefulness-
encouraged. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
If you could have just been like, you know, I just walked to this graduation and now my life sucks. I'm just gonna go like be an idiot on the street.
You know what? You know, positive story that you had out of all the years that sticks in my head.
What?
I think it was Australia, the biker gang who was making sandwiches for the kids. Do you remember that shit?
Oh, yeah.
This biker gang, like this hardcore biker gang, were making sandwiches for like kids, like, you know, for like the high school. And
I vaguely remember,
dude.
but it was funny because it was like a gangster bike gang. Whatever.
Gangster bike gang that was just making sandwiches for like kids at the school or something like that.
It's a yearly
got
thing
their
that the
sweet spot.
Hell's Angels camps out at Walmart for Black Friday, bikes out all the kids' bikes and just gives them away.
Really?
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah,
Like,
everybody's got a
cool, man.
sweet spot.
everybody has.
For
I
sure.
mean,
For the kids,
Yeah.
absolutely, man. Absolutely.
they gotta
for the
like they gotta
kids.
balance out the crimes. You know.
Absolutely. But that's true. Got to get some
Gotta
good
knock out
karma.
Do it for the
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Shout out Trick Daddy.
That's right. Well, all right. I think that this was a good show. Gotta say, it's a pretty good show. So that pretty much wraps it up. So please review us, follow us, tell your friends. You know, tell your cousin who like you told and should know
Tell
that
them
we have a
all the
freaking
time,
show
bro.
anyway. But yeah, share, like, subscribe, all that. And this is Seth and Mike 1. That is Laz in Mike 2.
Yo.
That is Lucas in Mike 3.
Hey.
And that's Saeem in Mike 4. Thanks for sitting in, bro. Appreciate you coming through.
sure.
We're going to get you in on the rotation. And we will see you guys next week. Boom. Damn, no other. Oh, I was going to say, I'm the only boom? What the hell's going on here?
Boom.
Guys are the worst boomers ever.
Oh God.
Okay, boomer.
You're the only boomer here.
Yeah,
that's
pretty much.
Baby boomer.
dork.
I'm staying in my 20s.